Namaste students, myself JV and Dr. Arun Kumar Singh, Faculty of Education and Methodology, Jyoti Vidyapeeth, Women's University, Jaipur. I welcome to all of you in my digital class, BSc B.Ed, ZBC 8th semester. We will discuss the practical session, isolation of DNA from kidney or spleen of rat. DNA isolation, introduction of DNA isolation. DNA isolation is a process of purification of DNA from sample using a combination of physical and chemical methods. Okay, the first isolation of DNA was done in 1869 by Friedrich Miescher, and methods used to isolate DNA are dependent on the source age and size of the sample. In general, they aim to separate DNA present in the nucleus of the cell from other cellular components. Isolation of DNA is needed for genetic analysis, which is used for scientific, medical, and forensic purpose. Okay, and scientific use DNA is a number of applications such as introduction of DNA into cell and animals or plants, or for diagnostic purpose. In medicine, the latter application is the most common. In other hand, forensic science needed to recover DNA for identification of individuals, paternity determinations, and plant or animals identification. And next, presence of protein, lipids, polysaccharides, and some other organic or inorganic compounds in the DNA preparation can interfere with DNA analysis methods. They can also reduce the quality of DNA, leading to its shortage life. Sources of DNA isolation are very diverse. Basically, it can be isolated from any living or dead organisms. Common source of DNA isolation includes whole bloods, hair, sperm, bones, nails, tissue, blood stains, saliva, buccal, epithelial cells, urine, paper cuts used for sample collections, bacteria, animal tissue, or plants. Stored samples can come from achieved tissue samples, frozen bloods, or tissue. Exhumed bones are tissue, and ancient humans, animals, or plant samples. Procedures of DNA isolation. Isolation of DNA basically consists of four major steps. Firstly, preparation of cell extracts, purification of DNA from cell extracts, and concentration of DNA samples. And next, measurement of purity of DNA concentration. Firstly, discuss preparation of a cell extracts. To extract DNA from a tissue, cell, or cell of interest, the cell have to be separated and the cell membrane have to be disrupted. The extraction buffers help in carrying out these process, and chemicals such as EDTA, ethylene, diamine tetraacetates, which removes Mg ions that are essential for preserving the overall structures of the cell membranes. And SDS, sodium didecyl sulfate, which aids in disrupting the cell membrane by removing the lipids of the cell membrane, are included in the extraction buffer. Next, having lysed the cell, the final step in the preparation of a cell extracts is removal of insoluble cell debris. Cell debris and partially digested organelles, etc., can be pelleted by centrifugations, having the cell extracts as a reasonable clear supplements. Second process purification of DNA from cell extracts. In addition of DNA, the cell extracts will contain significant quantities of detergents, proteins, salts, and reagents used during cell lysis step and RNA. The variety of procedures can be used to remove these contaminants, leaving the DNA in a pure forms. The most commonly used procedures are ethanol precipitations, phenol chloroform extractions, and mini column purifications. Okay, firstly discuss ethanol precipitations. Ethanol precipitations usually by ice cold ethanols or isopropanols. Since DNA is insoluble in these alcohols, it will aggregate together, given a pellet upon centrifugation. Precipitation of DNA is improved by increasing of ionic strengths, usually by adding sodium acetates. Second point, phenol chloroform extractions. Phenol chloroform extractions, in which phenol denatures proteins in the samples. After centrifugations of the sample, denatured proteins stay in the organic phases, while aqueous phase containing nucleic acid is mixed with the chloroform that removes phenol reduces from solutions. Mini column purification that relies on the fact that the nucleic acid may binds to the solid phases depending on the pH and the salt concentration of the buffer. Next points, concentration of DNA samples. The most frequently common methods of concentration is ethanol precipitations in the presence of salt and at the temperature of -20 degrees centigrade or less. Absolute ethanols be efficiently precipitate polymeric nucleic acid with the concentrated solutions of DNA. One can use a glass rod to pull out the adhering DNA strands, while for dilute solutions, precipitated DNA can be collected by centrifugations and dissolving in an appropriate volume of water. Okay, procedures DNA extractions seen these plates. Firstly, cells are lysed using detergents that disrupt the plasma membrane, and cell contents are treated with protease to destroy proteins and RNase to destroy RNA. And next, cell debris is plated in a centrifuge. The liquid containing the DNA is transferred to a clean tube, and last tube the DNA is precipitated with ethanol. Its form viscous strands that can be spooled on a glass rod. See in these plates all series of DNA extractions and measurements of purity of DNA concentration. DNA concentration can be accurately measured by ultraviolet absorbance spectrometry. The amount of ultraviolet radiations absorbed by a solution of DNA is directly proportional to the amount of DNA samples. Usually, absorption is measured at 260 nm. At this wavelength, an absorption of 1.0 corresponds to 50 μg of double-strand DNA per milliliters. With a pure sample of DNA, the ratio of the absorptions at 260 nm and 280 nm is 1.8. Ratio of less than 1.8 indicate that the preparation of contaminated either with proteins or with phenols. Steps seen in DNA extractions, different types of sampling materials and lysate and some different processes. Okay. All processes are cleared. Okay, students. Thank you.